All right, everyone. Ready to dive into something that could totally change your crypto game?
Let's do it.
Today, we're going way beyond the charts and the tech stuff because we're tackling the most unpredictable part of trading.
And that is
Yeah.
you.
Uh-huh. Makes sense. What's wild about trading psychology is that even pros, people who've been doing this forever, can get tripped up by it.
Isn't that the truth? You could have the absolute best strategy out there, but if your emotions are running the show.
That's like trying to steer a ship in a hurricane. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why we're really digging into some insights from Cryptomat today, all about mastering your emotions in the crypto world. This isn't just some vague self-help stuff.
No way.
This is about those specific ways your brain can mess your trades and what to do about it. It's like having a cheat sheet for diffusing those mental bombs, before they blow up your portfolio.
Okay, so Crypto Matt talks about this thing called the emotional roller coaster of trading. Have you heard of this?
Oh, big time.
It's that feeling 1 minute you're on top of the world.
Like you've cracked the code?
Yes. But then the market dips just a little.
And you're suddenly spiraling.
Yes, like total despair. And we're going right into those emotions.
Love it. It's more common than people think. Imagine you've been researching a new coin,
Oh, yeah.
maybe for weeks. You finally take the plunge, buy in, and boom, the price starts going up.
Feels amazing.
You feel like a genius, right? Then the market shifts.
Oh, no, here comes the drop. I can feel it in my stomach already.
And all of a sudden, all that careful research, all that logic, gone. Fear takes over, and you start second-guessing everything.
Oh, tell me about it. It's like when you have to give a presentation and you know your stuff, but your heart's racing.
The palms are sweaty.
And that fear just takes over. It can totally derail you, even when you're prepared.
That's exactly what happens with trading. And Cryptomat breaks down some of those key emotional traps we all face. Fear, obviously, but also greed. Even this thing called revenge trading.
Revenge trading. Okay, that sounds kind of intense. What is that? Is that when you try to get back at the market for a bad trade? Like you immediately put in another one just to try to make your money back? Yeah, like I'll show you market. It can't be a good idea, right?
Right, you're just letting your emotions drive, and the market loves that. It feeds off that. But it's not about, becoming some robot who doesn't feel anything. That's impossible. It's more like you see those feelings coming.
Okay, yeah.
And you're ready for them. You have a plan. It's like, say you're learning to surf. You wouldn't just, paddle out into a hurricane without knowing what you're doing, would you?
Nope, not a chance.
Exactly. You got to learn how to read those waves, how to balance, how to handle things when they get tough.
Makes sense.
Trading, same thing.
Yeah.
You need the right tools to handle those emotional waves. That's what we're going to give you today.
I am here for it. What's step one in our emotional surfer training then?
Cryptomat is big on this. A trading journal.
I've heard of that. But honestly, I thought that was just about, writing down your trades.
Sure, there's that. But it's so much deeper. Think about it. How many times have you made a trade based on, just a gut feeling and then regretted it?
Oh, constantly. Like way more than I'd like to admit.
It happens to everyone. But a trading journal, it helps you see those patterns, Like those little emotional things that mess you up. Ask yourself, how was I feeling during that trade? How anxious was I?
Ooh, on a scale of 1 to 10 even.
Exactly. What was going through my head? Write it all down.
So it's like you build this record.
Yeah.
And you can see your own blind spots.
Yes, and then you start to see them coming. You can make better decisions, even under pressure.
Okay, that is actually pretty brilliant. I'm putting that on my to-do list, like right now. What else does Cryptomat recommend?
Next, clear goals. Sounds simple, right?
Yeah.
But so many people jump into trading with no clue what they actually want.
It's like that thing, setting off on a road trip without deciding where you're going. You might enjoy the ride for a bit, but eventually you're going to be lost.
Exactly. First thing, even before buying Bitcoin or whatever, you have to know, why am I doing this? Am I in it for the long game?
Or just a quick win, even if it's risky.
Yes.
Right, okay. And then you make a plan to get there.
Yes, like a roadmap. Speaking of that, that's the next thing Cryptomat talks about, a trading plan.
Okay, so my trading plan, that's my North Star here. What should be in it?
It should say how much risk you can handle, what cryptos you'll trade, when you'll buy and sell.
And I'm guessing the most important part, how to stick to the plan, even when everything's going crazy.
You got it. That's where discipline comes in. And that word discipline, it gets a bad rap.
It does.
People think it's rigid, but really it sets you free. Free from those emotional ups and downs. There's this Warren Buffett quote. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient.
So true, especially with crypto. Things move fast.
Yeah.
I mean, when you hear discipline, it doesn't exactly make you think exciting crypto, does it?
Right.
But you're so right. It's about seeing the bigger picture, not getting swept up in all the noise. Though that's easier said than done.
Totally. And that's why CryptoMat talks about doing your own research, too. Remember FOMO.
Oh, yeah.
That can really lead you down a rabbit hole if you're not careful.
Like suddenly you're putting all your money into some meme coin you saw on Twitter and
Exactly. You get caught up in it and forget to ask those simple
like,
questions.
does this even make sense?
Yes. Does this fit my goals, my strategy, or am I just following the crowd?
Your own analysis is like having a BS detector for your portfolio.
100%. And here's something I thought was interesting. CryptoMat even mentions mindfulness.
You know, I have to admit, when I first heard that, I thought, okay, is this a yoga retreat or that?
Right.
But then I actually tried it, just a little meditation before I even looked at my portfolio. And honestly, it's been kind of amazing.
I love to hear that. It's all about noticing your thoughts and feelings,
Right.
right? Without judging them, and then deciding how you're going to act.
Instead of just getting swept away.
Yes. When you're more present, you make less impulsive moves.
Fewer of those, oh no, what have I done
Yes,
moments.
exactly. And last but not least, CryptoMat emphasizes learning from your mistakes. That one's hard, I know.
Oh yeah, especially with money. No one wants to admit they messed up.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, those mistakes, they're like the best lessons.
It's true. It's just like learning anything else, like a musical instrument or a new language. You're going to make mistakes.
It's how you get better.
Hmm.
So don't beat yourself up if a trade goes bad. Figure out why you made that decision. What would you do differently next time? What did you learn? That's how you improve.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And you know, all of this brings us to CryptoMat, the platform itself. We've been diving deep into the mental game, but
You need the right tools.
yes, and they seem to really get that. They have a huge range of cryptos you can trade, so you're not limited.
And their market analysis tools are awesome. You get real-time info, historical data.
Yeah. Everything you need to make smart, not emotional decisions. And they're automated tools. Like recurring buys. That's huge. Takes the emotion out. You just set it up and it runs. No more second guessing every 5 seconds.
So to wrap this up, for everyone listening, trading, especially in crypto, it's a skill. Like anything else, it takes practice. And not just the technical parts. The mental game matters just as much.
It's like training for a marathon. You wouldn't just show up to run, right? You prep your body and your mind. Trading's the same. Have a plan, manage your emotions, be disciplined, and stick to your strategy even when things get crazy.
Because, let's be real, things are going to get crazy.
That's crypto.
Exactly. Knowledge is key. The more you understand yourself, your own patterns, the better you'll handle those market swings. And if you're looking for a platform that gives you the tools and helps you become a calmer, smarter trader, check out CryptoMat. We'll put the links in the show notes.
Absolutely.
All right, that's it for this deep dive, everyone. Happy trading.